Hello, hello, and welcome everybody to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. Hello, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Hey.
How are you, my friend?
Quite well.
Doing all right?
Yep.
Yeah, quite
Pleased
well.
to be with
I like
you.
that.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
A lot going on. You know, Willie Horton's coming over today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's going to be on Grind Time.
Okay.
Unless something changed, as far as I know, he is anyways. It's pretty fucking cool to have a
Yeah.
Hall of Famer at the crib.
Of course.
You know?
Is he a Hall of Famer?
I
know he's...
Tigers Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think he is.
Oh, no.
Hold on. Before I disparage Mr. William
Horton.
C. Horton.
He's apparently got amazing stories. I was talking to Nick the other day about him, and I guess Nick had cancer at one point. Nick Antonucci's, McCarty's manager guy, and his favorite player was Willie Horton. And like, Willie got word that this kid had cancer. You know, I mean, he wasn't a kid. This is 10 years ago or something, and sent him a personal letter like, "As soon as you're better, I want you to join me at a Tigers game and take you around for the day," and blah, blah, blah.
Nice.
Just really fucking nice. I said, "Did you take him up on it?" He said, "Nah."
No, why not?
He said it was a thought that counted.
Yeah.
You know, I'm older. I don't need, whatever. But he's like just such a cool guy and amazing stories about like, the time when he came up, riding on separate buses, staying in different fucking hotel rooms than his teammates as an African American. So
He's been a great ambassador for the club, you know?
oh my God, yeah. He Drew has those tickets in the Champions Club, or he has for years, and where you go in a certain entrance, where you park at a certain garage, and then you come in, it's like your own entrance into that level. And Willie was frequently sitting out there, and sitting at a table, willing to take pictures, autographs, just very good ambassador
nice.
for them. Yeah, so looking forward to that later this evening.
Seeing that he's not in the Hall of Fame,
Shit.
but
I thought the
doesn't make him
statue-
any less great, Mike.
No, okay, fair enough. He's statued up proper,
He's
though.
statued up proper.
I thought those were all Ty Cobb and Alex Kaline.
I remember
Kaline,
some
Alan
objection at the time.
Kaline? Really?
Yeah, some objection at the time when those statues were put in, when Willie's was put in. Like, dude, he's
Racist.
not even a Hall of Famer. What the
Yeah. Well, if you could hang Vinnie Johnson's jersey, right?
heck? The microwave.
Yeah. If you can hang his jersey in the rafters, I suppose Willie Horton is okay to.
Well, here's what he did do. He won the World Series in 68, All-Star in 65, 68, 70, 73.
Whoa.
Won the Edgar Martinez Award in 1975. Most total zone runs by a left fielder, 1969.
What? Wait, what?
Zone runs.
Total zone runs by
I
a
think
left
that's
fielder.
I think that's
Wow.
a typo.
Is it a typo? Yeah.
It literally says
Is it
total,
home runs
Total
by
zone
a left-
runs. Yes.
It must be home runs.
Highest fielding percentage by a left fielder in 1965.
Very good. Yeah, he's had quite a stretch there.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so that'll be fun. That'll be fun. It's been fun watching the World Series still. I don't know if you guys are watching any of it.
Yep.
There's controversy in every game.
That's what I heard.
Yeah, managers getting tossed last night. It was pretty sweet. Did you see the play in question?
Yeah.
You calling bullshit on that? Because I think technically,
Oh, I think he was out, right?
well, the runner. I mean, if you didn't see it, do we have we have video of that play, right? What is this? The fifth inning, I think, and guy on first. And it should have been, the guy gets called out at first, running to first, and they say he interfered with the first baseman. This guy's mitt goes flying off. It was just a shit throw from the pitcher.
Peacock?
Peacock threw himself a shit ball. This guy's running right down the fucking line, hits the bag as this ball goes off his calf.
Yeah.
And they're like, interference. And so they call him out, and they make the guy who's at third go back to first. So instead of having runners on second and third with nobody out,
Yeah.
you have a runner on first and one out. It was okay because
Didn't
two
end
batters
up-
later,
right.
someone yicked a two-run homer, and
The Nats
so
ultimately won the game, so it's not as if the
Yes.
outcome of the game was.
oh, can you imagine if they lost? this
yeah,
game?
I know.
Oh my
Yeah.
God, people would have gone crazy. Kate Upton had to take to Twitter
Yes, she
to
did.
inform us all about the rule.
She was surprised by the misogynistic
Really?
responses
Was she?
that came in. Yeah.
Was she?
surprised.
You knew that was going to, anytime, Stafford's wife blasts off about people, not playing well enough, or Verlander's wife, it's just like,
What do you know?
shut up, bitch, get back in the kitchen. Like that sort of stuff comes out immediately. It's like, all right, big-titted bimbo,
You
shut
wouldn't
up.
know a zone run from a home run.
Yeah, so she's like, yeah. I love talking about sports and reading all the dumb misogynist comments. It reminds me that women need to keep fighting for equality. It's 2019, but it feels like the 1950s, #feminist. Does it, Kate? Does it feel like the 1950s? You couldn't make money jumping rope in a bikini in the 1950s, sweetheart. So yeah,
Not as much anyway.
it was Anthony Rendon who smacked that 2-run homer. So yeah, we get a game 7 tonight. But here's the
fun.
play, and if this is technically by the letter of the law, he should be out. They need to change this fucking rule because this is pathetic.
There it goes. Here goes the peacock. Little sidearm action.
Oh, it's the fact that his mitt goes flying off that makes
Yeah,
it really.
it's dramatic. How could he have caught it? His mitt went flying.
Yeah. Well, he could have caught it if the guy put it out in front where it belonged.
Yeah.
You know, it's not like he's running inside the base. He's right on the fucking line. Mm-hmm. So I don't know what he's supposed to do differently. He's not looking at the play going on behind him. But
One of those
Anyway,
unfortunate things.
yeah, no, it would have really if this had
Affected
game had
the
gone
outcome.
another way, it would have sucked.
Houston clinches. Nets are just like, oh, what?
What the hell happened? Yeah, that would get ugly. That's a beautiful stadium, isn't it?
Yeah.
They
It's
have
nice.
their
Makes you there's such unique aspects to it.
yeah.
Isis and I were looking at this picture earlier and the little train at the top and everything.
Yeah.
Does the train still run? I've
I
not
think
seen the
it
train
does.
run. Yeah.
I think it goes through
Okay.
there. I don't know at what times.
That's cool. Kind
Yeah,
of like the buggy works, you know, you got the
Well,
train
I think it was
going.
just a home run. I thought it was just at home runs or something, or wins.
So
or
like the
something.
Brewer
I
and
thought
at the
so.
Milwaukee Brewers Stadium.
I could have sworn
Miller Park?
Is this not the one where an active train goes through there?
no. See it up there?
No.
That's it up there, right on the top of the track.
Yeah.
Is it? I thought there was one that had like an active train. Is it Pittsburgh? Maybe?
You're thinking of DCFC down in Hamtramck.
Is that what I'm thinking of? Yeah, that one actually does.
Keyworth
I
Stadium.
thought one of the stadiums had like fans and shit. People, commuters, go flying by. Am I wrong
don't
about
know.
that?
I have no idea, but
it's not this one?
Very certain that this is not a real train.
Yeah, this is kind of like the Brewer at
Yeah.
Miller Park. The guy
Yeah.
goes down the slide whenever
Yeah.
a home run's hit and into
Yeah.
the beer, which is sweet.
Oh hell yeah!
I haven't been to that new Miller Park, but I did go to a Milwaukee Brewers game back in the day at the old county stadium or whatever.
Yeah.
It was awesome. I got to see like 3 home runs. And
Really?
the little guy.
And he goes through. What I wonder what
It's
what
just
is
a
it? It's
great-
not really beer in there, is it?
No, it's not.
That sucks. Is it?
It's just
is it,
great tradition like that. Like, what is Comerica Park?
Yeah, well, that's what I was
have?
saying. I was saying
Yeah.
to Jay, really what got it for me, what got it going is like, and you look at this Minute Maid, if you look at Minute Maid Park, you know, there, what got it, I saw what year it was made, and I'm like, 2000. And I'm like, are you fucking
That was
kidding me?
before Comerica Park.
I think it was 2000, but it was definitely like the year of or the year before Comerica Park, and I was just like, Comerica Park sucks. I'm sorry, it sucks a dick. I think it's terrible. And it's like I look at that.
Have you always hated it? E?
Yes, honestly, I have. But and I loved Old Tiger Stadium. It's not
Yeah.
that I had this.
Yeah.
But it's not that I have this thing where they
Nostalgia
couldn't
for
have
it.
made a new one. If they made a sweet one, I would love to still be going to Minute Maid Park here and go like, wow, look at how cool this still is to me.
Yeah.
Look at freaking Pittsburgh's. Pittsburgh's was built same fucking time too.
Yeah, Pittsburgh's is cool. It's
Or
very
that's-
cool with the
that's,
bridges
that's
and
Miller.
Miller right
That's
there.
Miller. I got
yeah,
it.
with the retractable roofs and everything.
But there's
Yeah.
Miller made at the same
retractable
time.
roofs. It's if you can do it. Obviously, the technology's there. Why wouldn't you do it?
Why isn't the LCA retractable roof?
Oh, can you imagine?
But it's like not even the
Outdoor
retractable.
Outdoor
games.
Pistons and
that'd
Wings
be
games.
fucking
They
badass.
wouldn't do it for
If
Pistons
it's
games,
inclement,
would they?
if it's inclement,
I wonder if
just
they
close it up.
I wonder if not legally, but like
Any
and the
precipitation, any humidity
Yeah.
can affect that floor in such a way.
Yeah, they wouldn't do it. Plus, it's in
No
the
way.
winter.
Yeah, I
You
know.
know what I mean?
hockey they could. Why
Hockey,
couldn't
yeah.
they? They do outdoor
Concerts?
hockey games
Oh,
right
man.
now. I mean,
the problem is the great draw of LCA, their big business.
I know.
Oh, the logo.
model. No, it's the friggin' roof, or the ceiling.
Yeah,
the
with the
ceiling,
lights and
the
all that
ceiling
stuff
allows for
and-
rigging that is easy in, easy out.
Yeah.
and
Wouldn't you
crews
trade that,
love
though?
it.
but you know that's again. I
Yeah,
don't
as
have
a
a.
fan, I would, but
Yeah.
the business, no.
I mean, I love LCA though. I still do. Like, but look at this. Like, look at Milwaukee Park. Like, not even just the retractable roof, but like, there's just cool things to me back here. Like the outfield, like the behind from first base to third base behind that. It's going to be basically the same at most places at this point, just because of like they're not going to have seating like Tiger Stadium where there's like
this
obstructed.
doesn't look as crazy cavernous as Comerica. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like just
yeah.
that aspect of it was like
Well, the
everybody was
way
like, "Are
they-
you kidding me? How
Look at
fucking
Pittsburgh.
Like, don't forget how big Comerica was before they brought in
The
before they
walls.
changed
Oh.
the bullpen.
Oh my God!
Right?
It was awful. You couldn't hit a home run in that
No,
park.
it was insane.
pathetic. Yeah. What's the
Yeah,
other
look
one?
at that. That's beautiful, dude.
Gorgeous. I mean, there's skyline there in Pittsburgh and the bridges, the three.
and yes,
you know.
they're taking
Expert
advantage.
lawnmowers.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you can't.
I mean,
Yeah.
they're taking advantage of the river, but that's what Pittsburgh has. So why not make a stadium around it? Look at Comerica.
That is like
Let me
Dude.
slide Comerica in here.
Yeah.
How big that is, yeah. The way they didn't build the seats up in the second and third decks like straight up like
Yeah.
the Tiger Stadium. The way they
So
spread
you're
it all out.
400 yards from home plate.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, you can move in Comerica Park, which is nice. I think it was modeled after the same group that did the Indians Park. I think if you go to the
Jacobs
Indians,
Field.
is it the
It's not-
Jake or was
So like in
not Jacobs
2001,
anymore, but-
no? But I think that stadium though is like identical to
I
Comerica
don't-
Park if you go in there.
I mean,
I thought, or ours came after theirs, or theirs came after ours. Like right, which I think the same group did it.
What I don't like about the skyline too is how prominent the DAC and its parking deck are. You know what I mean?
right. I don't
Yeah.
mind the DAC as much, but the parking deck, you're
you
right.
can't, you can't change the skyline, but it's
Yeah.
like, fuck, man, it's just so prominently right there. And then the screw up of the
scoreboard. I know. I was just
Yeah.
gonna say it's still fucked up. You still can't see it because of that corner cut off. Like,
When you look at this, for example, like what sticks out to you
Yeah,
is
I
something
know.
that's cool.
Yeah.
yeah, I know. Like
big.
some of the better stadium. I mean, you see like the Giants is cool because they're right on the bay there or
Yeah.
whatever, and you know those home run balls hit there. Even the Coca-Cola bottle, which is a slide for kids. If you go back behind there, there's like they can do little batting shit, and they can go up and slide down that green
We
Coca-Cola
have the
bottle.
Pepsi porch, Mike.
Yeah,
Yeah, the Pepsi porch. Yeah, thank God. You know the
yeah, it
coolest-
really is kind of lame, guys.
You know what I don't like are the garish number and nature of all the tigers and
A lot of tigers.
The tigers' heads and balls and bats seem to be crisscrossed and placed everywhere. It's
Yeah.
like, it's too much, man.
Someone just took a knee and that was like,
Now-
well, hey boss, what do we do on this corner? We got a corner here that's just cement meeting cement. It's
Yeah.
like, just throw a tiger up there. Just dude, we've done how many times do I have to tell you? Throw crisscrossed bats or a tiger head up there.
Exactly.
Do you like the big tigers in front? I know that's a big draw for people to
Yeah, I
take
don't mind
pictures.
those. It's just
Fine.
it just becomes too much when they're like you say at every joint of the place.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
there's a concrete joint in this building. Put a tiger head gargoyle there,
Yeah.
or
yeah.
two bats, or
like I know this is 2016, so I understand
Yeah,
that this
Target
year,
Field.
but look at that. You know what I
Twins.
mean? Like there's just some
There's
no
some character to it,
There's
right?
no character to Comerica
Yeah.
Park.
You
None.
think there's a lot of character to that?
yeah.
that's
Yeah, the
okay.
outfield stands are interesting.
Yeah, I
They have,
guess.
they have the scoreboard there in the right thing.
Whatever
and on the
that
left,
is
they got
over to the left
Budweiser.
under Budweiser, that looks interesting. Whatever that may be.
Whatever that is, yeah.
Yeah,
So
whether
Probably
those are
some kind of
suites
it
or
looks
whatever.
like a
seats or something.
It
or,
looks like a cruise ship that's just docked.
yeah, right.
You know what I mean? It's riverboat gambling. At
Whatever
the
that
it's
is.
better than Comerica Park, dude. It's like
Well, I notice it a lot. Like the new stadiums that are coming out now, like in the last 10 years, like when Dallas's came out, and what they did in Atlanta is incredible. Mercedes Benz. They're
Oh,
like
yeah.
almost like European. The way they do the soccer stadiums or football stadiums there that are amazing. The one that's coming to LA is supposed to be incredible. Vegas is going to be incredible, and it's like we're right on the edge of that last like. Yeah, we got a
Yeah. Don't get me started on Ford Field. He's just
I know,
You're
I
not a
know.
fan of
I
Ford
mean,
Field?
I disagree with him on a little bit on that, but you know, whatever.
Scoreboard's nice, and the glass.
Yeah, look at
the
this.
one-
dude.
scrimped.
City Field.
One entire side of that stadium is just they scrimped on it. You know, the Hudson's building side, unique, very cool that they did that they built off that brickwork.
Mm-hmm.
Love it. Love that there's the atrium area there. But the entire other side of Ford Field is just it could be the Silverdome.
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know? There's nothing remarkable. Or,
Pull up Ford Field.
at this,
You
just
see
real
that-
quick,
That glass wall that you can see outside is kind of cool.
atrium.
Letting
This is
natural-
another
the atrium,
stadium
yeah.
that came out in 2000. Like, dude, I'm looking at the list, like the stadiums that came out in 2000. We've pretty much looked at them at this point. We didn't miss this one. So it's like it's not like you can look at it and go like, well, you know, they made it, and then a few years later things got cool. This is City Field. I forget forget exactly who this is. But my point is, if you look at this, doesn't it look different? You know, and it's not completely the same as all the others.
That doesn't do much for me. Some of the ones, you know, like Minnesota's football stadium, their new one with that glass roof on half of it, amazing.
is that the Mets?
So cool.
Where the Mets
Is
play?
it maybe the Mets? Maybe. Yeah, City Field. That's the Mets. You can see that when you're going to the airport there, when you're going to LaGuardia, I think. You know, you
So-
pass
yeah,
it. It's
yeah.
like kind of off on its own in some weird spot there.
Yeah, so other than that, now we've looked at all the new stadiums, I guess, that came out in that year, and to me,
I guess there's a couple ways of thinking. Like you either bowl it in, you know, so that you're not taking advantage of that cityscape,
Yeah.
or you open it up and allow people to see
Yeah.
the city. And obviously that was an
okay, the
aim.
Phillies isn't that great. Maybe this is another one that came out, but I actually still think this is better than
Terrible,
Comerica, though. I think this is still better than Comerica. I really hate Comerica.
Pull up the Minnesota Vikings one, because I never really paid that much attention to it, and then I saw that roof, and they've got some really cool. Although they had the collapsed roof at one point with the snow, I think.
Yeah, I feel like the ones you like are ones that are more bold in, where you have people in the outfield creating kind of that atmosphere of a crowd all the way around, or at least partially around.
I
right?
like that, but also
because that does change the feel of it.
I just like cool things, like the wall that looks a little different or something. I just think Comerica
The right field overhang of Tiger Stadium. Right?
Yeah, it was
everybody
so
talks
cool.
about that. That was unique. It was different.
The scoreboard with the fence
Yeah,
up top was kind of cool.
flagpole on the
I just-
field.
Yeah, the flagpole.
That's not unique anymore, though. I think others have that. Right?
They probably all do after 9/11.
Yeah,
But
Viking Stadium, the new Viking
the
Stadium.
new Viking Stadium. I mean, dude.
Yeah, that's
I mean,
sweet.
and you get some other angles of that, dude, from outside and
Yeah.
stuff. It's incredible.
Now, what
looking.
would you say about Ford Fieldy?
Well, for one, this
I
was just made
know,
2
I know.
years ago, but
But doesn't that mean what do stadiums usually last? I mean,
Look at
take
that.
the Palace out.
Oh God! Don't get me started on the Palace.
I mean, look at that, dude. Isn't
Yeah.
it's just unique, original. Like that's Minnesota.
That's neat.
Yeah, look at that.
holy shit, that
Yeah, right.
looks badass.
I know. So I mean, if Comerica was in 2001, at what point do you start going? It's been 20 years. You know, is it 30 years that stadiums last? 20? I mean, obviously,
They're
some
not
people
going to be
100
dude,
years.
those,
but-
those kids aren't fucking Illich kids. You think they're going to spend? I mean,
Yeah.
I know the city
They'll sell it.
spends money and stuff like that, but they'd have to really still go through the whole process of it, and they technically
know,
spend
but-
some money, I'm assuming. Or
Well, when it gets done at some point, you can't go backwards from shit like Minnesota and Dallas and
No.
you know what I mean, Houston and what they're doing in LA and Vegas. Like you can't. You have to like up the game. That's just the way it is. So I mean, at some point we should get some dope stadiums, but
Well,
Right.
LCA is dope as hell. If it would have had
Yeah.
a retractable roof, whew,
the best.
be the best.
One game
ever.
a year, one Pistons game in the snow.
here's the
God.
thing, Jay, me and Jay do disagree on Ford Field, and I actually don't even say it's amazing. I just think it's not terrible still. That's all I think. Like, I think that there's still, you can at
Yeah.
least look here and see.
Yeah.
They do the suites that go up into the building. There's
Love
this
the building
glass
side.
here.
Yep, the building side is great. Atrium's great. I'm just
Jay-
referring to the other side, the side from
100%.
which this photo is taken.
Yeah,
on purpose.
Yeah.
totally get that.
At least you don't have the
Yeah.
new Niner Stadium,
You don't like
which
that?
is the fucking ugliest goddamn building ever. Inside, it's fine. It's great.
Yeah.
The outside of that building is hideous.
Really?
It's hideous, ugly face. Yeah, pull up the Niners' new stadium or whatever, Levi Stadium, I think it is.
Yeah.
You look at it, it's like, did you guys forget to put a face on it? You just left it?
Oh, really? It's that bad?
Dude,
huh?
it's hideous. I don't know anyone that likes to look at this stadium.
Oh, yeah, I'm kind of seeing I got what you're saying here a little bit. Shit.
Yeah, you got to get a ground view east. You can,
Okay, well, let me try. That's the first one I saw, so I
It looks
just.
very open.
when you look at the
The opposite side looks like it's.
those are soccer fields to the left, and Joe Montana's trying to get those fucking things ripped the fuck out of there because they're beautiful. But
Montana.
Montana wants is part of some business project that they want to build like a whole like city down there, kind of like LCA
Yeah.
wants to do with all the restaurants they're putting in and shops.
We're supposed to put in at least.
Yeah, right. Montana's
Promise
got a
to put in.
crew that
here's
you know
the
a
problem.
team
Is it the
developers that want to do that, but these damn soccer fields are everywhere.
Now, here's the
Yeah,
nice side,
that-
obviously, right?
That's the
Or-
nice side? Ew.
Go to the other side, dude, with that big
I know, I'm
fucking
trying to
white,
see
you know, shit. It's the only. It's,
Yeah,
it's
when
the
you can
most-
see like under
Well, I can't
the
see a
seats,
street
you know, that just looks cheap.
there's like a famous shot from like down on the floor level looking at that. It's hideous. It should be one of the first pictures that pops up. They show it all the time.
I'll show you the pictures of Levi Stadium. I'm sure up on Google, and maybe I missed it.
Those are all inside. Yeah, not that it
Well,
matters, but
I'll take your word for it. I mean, obviously, I believe you. And like I've said with personally, like I said with Ford Field, I know Jay's right about what he's talking about. The one side, I'm just saying, Comerica Park is so bad. I think, like,
Yeah,
versus
you really
that.
don't like
it. Doesn't
Comerica
hold
Park.
up in any capacity.
yeah,
Yeah, and when you're talking about baseball, the venue
Is a-
ought to
is a
be
part of it,
part
dude.
of the experience. You know, it
Yeah.
ought to be part of what draws you down.
I mean-
let's go down to Comerica.
yeah.
you know?
It's
got
summer.
It doesn't have like unique features that you know, like I don't know what is the one in Pittsburgh, Minute Maid Park, or whatever,
Yeah,
with the
or
fucking
that's
three
it.
rivers and the bridges. I mean,
Yeah,
it
we showed that one.
screams
That
that,
was sweet.
city. Yeah, I mean
PNC
that's their.
Park, yeah.
Is it PNC?
Yeah, PNC
Stop
Park.
selling the naming rights to all these things. It drives me
No,
nuts.
but you're right, Jay. Like baseball is this thing. Think about it. For one, it's in the summer, so in the technical sense, you don't have to worry about winter really. Like as far as like people sitting during the games, and it's like the fields are not the same size. They're not the same dimension, so you can do anything you
anything
want
you
with
want,
it.
man.
You can make it.
That's what you do? That's what you come up with?
yeah,
No, they have a Ferris wheel. E.
It's not like
not
it has
sure
to
you
be
know
100
that.
yeah, oh,
Not sure
yeah.
you know about the baseball Ferris wheel.
Oh, I know about it.
I sat on that with my sweet
And
pie
that's
many
cool.
times.
You know what? I think that actually is cool for kids. I'm not one of these people who thinks it's dumb. Like, oh,
have you been in the baseballs?
Yeah, it's the Ferris wheel.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the carousel.
Oh, I've been
You
on
got
the carousel too. All those tigers, I like that.
I think those are cool, man,
Yeah,
for
those
the
are-
kids. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't have an issue
Agreed.
with that.
I take great issue with it.
Hey, do you need an annuity rescue? If you purchased an annuity 5 or more years ago, you're probably paying too high of fees. There are better, lower fee options now. If you have an annuity you want reviewed, call Mark Leibovitz at LPL Financial. See if he can save you thousands of dollars in fees. Call 248-626-2000. Ask for our friend Mark.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC. As I pulled this picture down, I just can't say it enough, I think. My hate of Comerica Park. I fucking hate it.
We don't even have good lawn maintenance. I mean, some
I
of those
know.
things have
Compare the
gorgeous
P,
lawns.
man. Compare
Well, they have
the
that,
Pirates.
they have
Oh.
that women lawn maker from the state, right?
You know what I'm saying?
How would she know how to do a lawn?
Get back in the kitchen where you belong, sweetheart.
I'm kidding.
Missed opportunity there. Comerica
Yeah.
Park.
Get him
That
next
is,
time.
you know, Mike's. You're,
Get him next time.
You are right though. That is a curious question on how long that will be there, because the dad, the guy, the
What's
old
the
man,
new life cycle?
right? Mr. I is
Yeah.
gone. I don't think the kids care as much, so it's probably just gonna fucking be there. And
I think
mean,
the
they'll make a new
Cowboy
one.
Stadium opened in 1970, maybe, and then in 2000.
Yeah, but I think there's a new
It's function-
expectation now,
right.
right? And I think the Palace sort of signals that, where you better have some
Palace is just-
really fucking sweet upgraded shit.
Yeah. Well, the experience has gotten so good at home, and it's only going to get better. I mean, you can buy 65-inch TVs, 70-inch TVs for a few $100s, 4K. They do everything. The experience at home. It's why we've talked about it, the movie theaters have to have these amazing reclining, heated, vibrating seats, and
Right.
have wait service coming because your experience is better at home. And so, yeah, you're right. If you're going to drag my ass out of the house and get down there, I better
just
keep
wonder-
my attention the whole time. I better have fun stuff to do.
You're right, man. I'm just very curious. Now I'm actually really more. I've never even thought about it, but I'm very curious on how long. But it's functional. It's they're not
Without the cup game, is it? Is
right?
it really?
No.
What would you do, though? You've taken all that time to, like, carefully get all these stadiums downtown.
I know.
So what? I mean, you couldn't, like, remove one of those. You'd have to, like, play at a local fucking junior college.
That's
for
the
a
thing
couple
too.
of
You're
years.
right. For Illich, or for not Illich, but the the holdings, I guess, or whatever. They would have to. They'd want it to still be by LCA probably and stuff. Or you know what I mean, right? You're right. They wouldn't wanna
ideally,
move it.
yeah, you want 'em all-
If you're
They
the
got the-
owner, you want it
They
to
got the
grow
Hockey
in
Town cover.
charm and be like this, Wrigley Field kind of thing. Where
Yeah.
people, oh yeah, my grandpa
Wrigleyville.
used to bring me down here, and you want it to grow like that. But there's just going
Well,
to
you
be
could just
pressure,
play. I mean,
technology-wise, to keep it up.
they could just
Yeah.
play the games at fucking Toledo or some shit for a year or so. They're not selling any
A year.
I
Maybe
mean,
a couple of years, it would
that's fine.
suck, dude. Oh, that would suck.
Yeah, but like, I mean, do they really need the seats? You know what I mean?
I think the Bears did that for a couple of years while they were because they had to
Yeah,
build
Yeah,
that
like
right.
Northwestern and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they did. They played where
Northwestern, I think.
no. They played where Illinois played.
Champagne,
Yeah.
Champaign Urbana.
Yeah.
Champagne.
Really, I
pretty
thought
sure.
Jay was right. They did some stuff at North. Well, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
Um,
It's a good point though. They did do it. An NFL
Yeah,
team.
I mean they had to keep that Soldier Field spot. I was reading about Soldier Field not long ago too.
Yeah.
It was like they took it off the fucking like historic list when
Yeah.
they put that stadium, the new stadium there.
Oh,
They're
really?
Like, it's changed too much, man. You gotta you can't call this historic.
Yeah.
Soldier Field. It's not the
I mean,
same.
that
but
is kind of
it's so weird. You've got this spaceship, but they kept the wall, like the stone
Right.
wall of Soldier Field. It just looks odd.
it's
really
like,
odd.
I kind of like give them credit, I guess, that they wanted to keep it, but
Well, Chicago's a real city too, so it's not
Yeah.
just like you're gonna be like, nah, let's build a new one over here. I
Yeah.
mean, Chicago.
But in the same hand, you look at that
I
and
know.
it's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I guess better than nothing.
It's like the Louvre with that dumb pyramid,
Yeah,
that glass
yeah.
pyramid outside. It's like, this doesn't seem to fit.
Yeah.
Or Michigan State's campus with that new art museum where it looks
Yeah.
like, Salvador Dali painting or some
Right.
shit happened.
But I think they kept the columns here and that stone.
Yeah.
If that's
Yeah,
what it is, that
That front, yeah.
yeah, it's kind of
iconic
famous.
front.
You'd know it's Soldier Field, and and a little arch.
It's like a museum or something.
Yeah, yeah, totally. And then this fucking goddamn Google World Headquarters behind it. It's like, yeah, they missed the mark on that one. I fear, but anyway, God, was that crazy news yesterday? It broke right while we were doing the show that the NCAA is just cool with yeah, we're gonna start letting guys get paid for their name and likeness,
Name and likeness,
image.
yeah. Well,
Doesn't
yeah,
that seem weird? They were gonna sue California like 3 weeks ago, and now they're just like totally throwing in the towel on this.
Yeah, I mean, this doesn't go so far as the NCAA like paying athletes. A lot of
No,
people have
no,
been
no.
arguing that just pay them. They're
Yeah.
bringing in so much money, but they're allowing, for example, like EA Sports, right? You've
Right.
got like you can pull up Michigan State and play that team against OSU or whatever, and there's all these guys,
Yeah.
fucking players,
Yeah.
and them. And they're
For
not,
sure.
yeah, and now they can, I guess, negotiate their own deals with all these companies. I don't know.
Don't you think? What are their Division One colleges? If you just stick to Division One, is it 250, 280, something,
no
something
idea.
like that? I think if you DuckDuckGo that you'll find it somewhere around there. Don't you think if it's like, okay, we're EA Sports, we're going to make an NCAA 2021 game that's going to be really popular. We're only featuring the top 25 teams.
Yeah.
So we only have to pay them.
Right.
Why split the profits with
I know.
a fucking million
It's going to
kids?
change a lot.
no one's ever heard
It's
of.
It's a crazy thing.
So wait a minute. So there's 130 Division One teams. So by the way, when you say like when he says you can they can broker their deals with like EA Sports or something like that, I was.
Well, it's
I
not
like
going to
a-
work like that. It's not individual. So they've got a National College Players Association has teamed up
Okay.
with the NFLPA, so the National Football League Players Association.
that's the EA Sports aspect of it. I just threw that out. But you can envision like Zion Williamson last year, the big
Sure.
lottery pick from Duke, just going as a freshman and going, yeah, Nike, what are you gonna, I'll wear your stuff, I'll promote your brand,
Yeah.
and they can go do that because everybody knows Zion Williamson. They're tracking him from day one, and they know he's going to be the shit. And
Why
so
couldn't you
it,
do that
it
with high
allows these
school
kids?
kids?
Yeah, I know.
In a sense.
I know.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if there's rules in high school
I'm sure
athletics
there are, yeah.
that says they can't, but
Sure there
why?
are.
Because guys like LeBron, we watched all his high school games. They were all televised on ESPN. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And Zion, like,
It's probably going to render them ineligible under the Michigan High School Athletic Association or
Yeah.
whatever. I mean,
under
don't
what grounds?
play.
Like, you're a pro? Like, you
yeah, there's
can't-
probably a amateur rule.
It's just so funny because they can still
Speculating,
get a
but
you're still
job.
an amateur.
Like they could
I mean-
go make money at McDonald's and work on the team, but
I
they
mean,
couldn't
you're-
make money because it's.
And technically, you're still an amateur. You're a high school, college kid. You just endorse the local dealership in town. you just do a commercial for them. I mean, you wouldn't stop any kid from doing that if they're in high school. If some kid wants to be an actor and he goes and he fucking lands the new Arby's commercial, he doesn't lose his eligibility for that.
But it's not athletics.
Yeah, I know.
A purity of
This is
athletics.
going to be a problem. I'm telling you, there's going to be so many.
Oh, there's so many things that haven't been thought out here. It's going to be interesting, I guess. I say interesting, but it may just be like an annoying thing as you
See,
watch
that's-
all these athletes do their thing.
See, I think that's
as they-
all it'll
as
be.
they build their individual brands even further, right?
Well, Troy and I were talking about this last night, and I understand that feeling you have, Jay, now more than I ever did before about unless you walk these halls, there's just something different about the college experience. Like it's there's a loyalty and a passion for your team and whatnot, and we've seen it just the last 2 years with this transfer portal, where it's like the loyalty is going out the window when you can just take guys going, oh, I'm not starting, bye,
Yeah.
and he jumps into the portal and now he's at Alabama.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's just weird. It's like,
and you preserve that eligibility. That's the key.
right? Oh yeah, you don't have to sit a year.
No, you do usually have to sit the year, but you preserve that year of eligibility.
Oh, I didn't know you lost that year of eligibility when you had to sit a year. I just thought you had to sit a
You
year.
preserve the one that you're transferring during. So I jump in this year and it's like, oh, I'm a sophomore. I saved my sophomore year.
Yeah, right. But there are a lot of guys that are able to go and make a case.
Yeah,
And-
they
and
make like
still
a
go.
hardship case, like, oh, my sister has a kidney problem.
Is that what it is?
I need to go be near her.
I tried to read up on it last night, and I'm more confused than ever. Because it sounds like nobody knows. It's like kid just goes, yeah, I'm going to the portal. And then the team has like 2 days. The coaches or the school has 2 days to put them in there. But no one knows they're in there. So they're just checking this portal
Yeah.
all the time and just like, who's in here? Can we make a case to bring him in now? And
Totally, yeah. There's people I'm sure assigned to every big D1 school to just watch these portal, just watch
Yeah.
schools and be ready. Just be ready. Watching Twitter feeds. You're
crazy.
following all the key kids, and you see some kid tweet like, "Yeah, I'm jumping in the portal." You're like, boom!
yeah. See,
Come see my school.
Here's the way I see this going, and here's where I think this will be a problem long term, is the sketchiness of human beings. So if you've got a kid that commits to Michigan State, he's a 5-star receiver, dad went there, Bad Moon Rising's kid. He commits to Michigan State, and then SC, is like, fuck, man, we need a top receiver. That kid would fit perfect in our system. What's to prevent them from doing a recruiting call and going, hey, by the way, not only do you get the finest education in Southern California beaches and stuff and blah, 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 but we got a local dealership that's interested in giving you $100,000 a year. I mean, you're basically giving you could pay these kids to just go, fuck
Yeah,
it.
it's just out in the open now. I think that's
right.
probably always happened.
He
but-
used to be a booster with an envelope full
Yeah.
with cash.
I
and
saw
now it's-
Johnny be good. I know how this works.
So how does that, that's going to suck, dude. You remember that the Michigan basketball players you lost?
Michigan basketball.
And you were like, these motherfuckers transferred because
Oh yeah, the guys who
Louisville?
Didn't, yeah, the Louisville kid. He had Michigan State as like his strong finalist, and then all of a sudden, like day of commitment comes, and you're
Yeah.
like, all right, ready for him to put on that
Put on
green
that
hat.
hat.
It's like I'm going to Louisville.
It was like,
what? Louisville?
They weren't even in your top 5 the last 2 years, you son of a bitch. What happened?
I forget his name, but he's the one that broke open that whole scandal.
Yeah. So I think that, it just seems odd. Like everything moves at a snail's pace typically, the law and change. And it's like California announces this thing like coming in 2 years. And then the NCAA is just like, okay, we're done too. You can learn more. And it's like, how does this work? I mean, EA Sports is probably already working on a new college basketball game. I think basketball and football, they haven't even made games the last couple of years. I think they made their last
Yeah, I
one
don't know
of
what
those
happened, but I did
in like
think it stopped, 'cause
2014.
I did see that they
Too many
probably would start
lawsuits.
again.
Well,
yeah.
they have to make the decision. Yeah, do we actually need these players' names, or we just call them Jones and Smith?
I think I think you do want their
it's a huge
their
part
stuff,
of it, right?
And they got cute with it for a while, where they would have the Duke team, and it's like, that's Christian Leitner, motherfucker. You don't have his name on the back of that jersey, but that's Bobby Hurley.
Yeah.
And these guys knew they had all the same stats and sizes and numbers. Didn't use his name though.
Yeah.
Cute.
Telling me that kid with the rec specs isn't Cherokee Parks? You're lying.
I think Jay, you're right though. I think the annoyance will just be having to hear about it more often.
Yeah,
I
everybody.
don't really care because I'm just going to watch the games on Saturday. If the team's
Yeah.
good, if they're bad, I won't. And so
I know.
Should they?
It's built under the guise of, there's a lot of inner city kids who come from really poor backgrounds, and this would help, pay for Aunt Jenny's whatever's home and blah, blah, blah. We can move her. And it's like, yeah, that sounds great on paper, but you know what's going to happen. You're just going to see these motherfuckers rolling into Denali's and jewelry.
Yeah.
For
I mean,
sure.
that's what young kids are going to spend the money on. It's going to be
Right.
flash cash, and we've seen it 1,000 times. I don't see them buying Nana a fucking new home. So
Some of them do. Every now and then.
every now and then you get one of those, sure.
Hey, everybody, Hamlin Pubs. They are inviting you to their 6 Metro Detroit locations. Come enjoy Hamlin Pub's great food, their drinks, their atmosphere. Whether you're watching the game with your buddies or out for a meal with the family, it's always a great time. At Hamlin Pubs, Rochester, Clarkston, Chesterfield, 2 Shelby Township locations, as well as their newest one in Richmond.
See the Atlanta Falcons cut Matt Bryant,
Yeah, kicker.
44-year-old kicker. See him on the sidelines, he was crying and stuff.
Was he really? He was upset,
missed,
huh?
missed a couple big field goals. At end of the leg, 44 years old. Yeah, hang up the cleats, man. He had a good run.
Can't imagine being like my age playing professional sports.
I
It's
know,
just
right?
mind blowing.
As a kicker, though, you still got a leg.
It's just crazy to think that you're out there with 21-year-olds. Like, weird.
Yeah, but you're almost playing a different sport than those
Same with
21-year-olds.
Yeah, right. You're just a sky kicking, right?
Yeah.
It's not like Chelios when he was out there, 40 years old, playing with 19-year-olds.
Yeah, it's nuts. That's not. I don't really care about Matt Bryant. I care about the guy they brought in to replace Matt Bryant.
Because he's Asian.
Yes, Young Wei Koo. And apparently he was undrafted and signed. I think he was with the Chargers at one point briefly.
Yeah.
And recently signed by the New England Patriots after Stephen Gostkowski got hurt. But he was released 11 days later, never activated from the practice squad. So he gets another chance in Atlanta. And did you see that video? I don't know how old it is, but I think it's from when he was with the Chargers.
The trick kick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
These are so fucking badass, dude. You know.
Yeah, but we saw Kickalicious, and
Yeah.
that didn't get him very far.
Why doesn't that translate more? Is it because they don't have a line in front of them? Is that the deal? This seems impossible, dude, what he does here. Look at video here of...
You tell me what part of this is the hardest, you think?
okay.
So he just flipped it up. Okay.
There you go.
So he flips the ball up and spins it such that it goes into a perfect spiral spinning
There you
on the
go.
ground.
Yeah, probably this part, getting it to go into a spin like that.
I suspect this is a thing that kickers do. You know, soccer
Wait.
players have certain things
Oh, yeah.
they do around the world.
There you
They
go.
do certain moves,
Sure.
just standing on the sideline. I suspect this is a thing that a lot of kickers could do.
Well, it's interesting what he
But
did
can
there.
you do the backflip with it?
I was
think
going to
that's
say the
pretty
backflip.
remarkable.
It is. I was going to say the backflip would be the hardest part, but his momentum is going towards the way of the backflip.
Okay.
So if you look at it again, he does. I thought he was doing what we used to do with a soccer ball. You know, that way, you just kick it up and hit it with your heel.
Yes.
Knock it over your head. You know, stupid
The
little thing.
rainbow.
Yeah. He does something a little different where he uses the front of his foot to spin the ball.
He uses his left foot too, yeah. So he spins it, and like I say, I bet other kickers do this.
Oh, yeah,
So I'm not that impressed
totally.
by this. I'm more impressed by the backflip at the very end.
You
of it.
won't be when you see what his momentum is doing to
Okay,
him when he
let's
kicks
see.
it.
All right, it's spinning. He
He's
kicks
halfway
it.
through a backflip already.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, okay, that doesn't
goes-
mean anything.
He
Dude,
goes,
I'm
I'm
just
turning
saying.
this kick into a backflip.
Bang! He's already halfway through a backflip when he kicks the
No,
ball.
that's
Dude, how many guys can do backflips?
Not that many.
Millions. We see him every Sunday doing backflips and shit.
Okay.
All the time. You don't think, that his momentum going that way is helping? I'm not saying it's not remarkable.
of course
I'm
it's
concluding
helping.
this isn't that remarkable.
Right.
The more we look at this.
I
Well,
thought
yeah,
it
we even
was.
get rid of
I don't
second.
have to say any of it's remarkable. I was just saying I think the backflip's not as easy as it's made out
So
to
there it
be.
is. He kicks it
Halfway through
into
the
the
backflip.
backflip.
And
And
he
he
doesn't-
lands like on
he
his
doesn't stick the
hands.
landing.
Yeah, he doesn't really stick it. I don't know. Why are we even watching this?
Yeah, this guy's cooked.
Fairly
Get him out of the league.
unremarkable video.
Let's watch some fairly unremarkable video today. One more time, E.
Oh, it's pretty sweet.
I think this is cool, but I guarantee you're right, Jay, that a lot of these guys do it. But soccer players do that stuff. Do you think football kickers are
I
doing
do.
that sort of
They-
stuff?
You know how much time they have on their hands just fucking around with
I
balls?
mean, yeah, think about that. What is
Yeah.
like? I'd like to know. By the way, when you want to talk about like following a player, like inside, I want to follow the kickers whole week.
Yeah.
I
Well,
want to see
Jay
the
and I used to
kicker
go to
all-
practices all the time with the Lions, and I'll tell you what their day is like.
No, I want the whole
team,
day.
No. The team they're there the whole day with the team.
Okay.
But what you would see was it John Jett and Hanson?
Right.
Was that who was there
Yeah,
back in
John Jett,
'97?
right.
But you'd have the team practicing. You know, they're doing their, their drills and they're scrimmaging each other, and then over 150 yards
Got
away.
Don Mulbach, long
There's-
snapping to Uncle John Jett.
Yes.
And
That guy's-
Jason Hansen just draining them all day long.
They sit there and they just shoot the shit, have some Gatorade for an hour, and then Mulebach snaps it, and they'll just be doing their own little thing over there. People leave them alone. You don't
3
talk.
peas in a
especially if you're
pod.
good. Especially if you're Jason Hansen good. I mean, was anyone going to say to you, "Did you see what we did last week? Where we get false starts and all?" I mean, dude,
Yeah.
who gives a shit?
Got his reps in.
Yeah. So that's what I remember, anyways.
Yes.
You know, they'd kick some balls, punt some balls, but it's not terribly strenuous. Their day of practice
Right.
compared to the rest of the team.
How interesting.
Moreover,
man.
you don't want to overuse the leg, you know? So
Right,
You
I'm
don't
sure.
want them
Absolutely
just
not.
hammering 500 balls every day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's a good point.
So anyway, that unremarkable kicker
Yeah.
is now on what? The Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah, I want to
Okay.
apologize for the last 5 minutes of the show, everybody. It was very lazy programming on our part. We didn't get to a video yesterday, Jay, that I fucking loved.
Is this the garage door?
No, what is that supposed to, like kidnapping or something? The one that kidnapped some lady. Stupid. You got to be able to get out of the way of that fucking garage door. You know what I mean? It should be able to
Just-
bonk you on the head and you
Just
get out. Of
swallowed her right up.
it. She got locked in there. She had to go in the house.
She walked down the sidewalk, and this guy on a motorcycle who was about to enter traffic, like behind him, just like hits his button to close his automatic garage door. She's walking down the sidewalk,
groceries?
doesn't realize the door is closing, and it just pushes her right in.
I think
And as
these-
you say, she has to go through the house to unlock the door to get out.
yeah, it was kidnapped her.
God.
The fucking garage kidnapped her.
My God.
No, I'm talking about the one in, I believe it was maybe in central India.
Oh,
The baby, yeah. This one he tried. So got a little dust up, little fender bender out there. And,
Little fender bender.
well, a couple guys smack into each other. What do they call those vehicles?
Two overpacked trucks trying to go over a
Yeah.
one-lane bridge.
Yeah, bollard as they're calling it in India.
Okay.
So, or is that the name of the vehicle? No, well, whatever. So one of them hits the concrete, and it immediately goes, oh, and crumbles, and this thing just goes into the water. And so he's got a fucking baby in the car, in the truck. So what are you gonna do? You got to get it out of the water. And
Yeah, so the car is like halfway underwater. I don't know. It appears to be sinking.
oh yeah, it
Guys-
did sink all the way.
It did, but did you see the final picture? It's like
I
3
thought it
feet
was-
underwater.
Yeah,
I mean, he could
okay.
have stood there with a baby in his arms on the side of that van for 3 days.
Yeah,
But
I
instead,
did see
he
that it was
panicked.
submerged.
He panicked. He
did.
doesn't know. He doesn't know how deep it's going to go.
This is
This is the worst move ever. Like there were
He was
5
in-
million things he could have done, and he did this.
He was in a spot. Let's give it up for his confidence, Jay. This is back in '82. I could throw a pigskin a quarter mile. He's got Uncle Rico
Rico
type fucking confidence, and I mean, it's just dynamite. The poor kid.
Yeah,
The
yeah,
kid's
the
just like,
poor
"What?
kid.
What are you doing?
All right, so here they come. High rate of speed. Boom.
No,
All right,
no,
there goes-
no, no.
Minivan topples over. It's on its side. It's quickly submerging.
Yeah,
Driver's freaking out.
he's already up. He's got a family in there.
Yeah. Grab my baby.
Hey, grab my baby. I'm only 20 yards from the fucking bridge. He's gonna try and chuck the baby from where he is.
Honestly,
Onto the bridge.
You could backstroke it in any direction,
Dude.
and you'd be there in 3 strokes,
Dude.
But
People
instead,
going, no, 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 you're not really going to do that, are
so
you?
people are sitting on the edge of the bridge, inviting him. Throw the baby! Oh!
Oh, my God, dude. And so some other guy has to jump in and go, you dipshit, really?
3 feet short. I mean,
Yeah.
3 more feet and it's catchable.
3 more feet and it hits the top of the fucking cement on the bridge. Like, you got to lead your receiver. I mean, get it up there. It's just hilarious to me that he's, 10 feet from the bridge?
Do we blame the receiver? Did it hit him in the hands?
No, I don't think so.
Look at God! What kind of baby is this? They're just yanking it out. Like it hits him in the hands. You've got to catch that. You're
I
being
don't-
paid to catch that.
I don't think you do.
You've
That is
got to
a-
catch that.
It's so short. That is shoestring catch all day. What do you think? Do you think
I
this
think
man?
it's actually a pretty solid throw considering, like, dude, the reality is that probably like 80 or not 80 pounds, like 30 pounds or
Right.
something like that.
Yeah.
Like,
That
take a
is-
30-pound bowling ball.
Yes,
and
that is
see-
between 30 and 60 pounds. I would
Right,
agree
so
with
it's
you.
actually probably a pretty good throw.
Back it up again. It's just
Look at the relative danger, though. Can we get back to that?
Yeah, you're
I
right.
mean,
There is.
yeah.
I don't know what the danger he thinks is happening
Yeah.
here is. Like
he could have just walked out of the water, just gone off
Totally.
walking off of the bridge.
that.
Totally.
Yeah.
Like the thought that he needed to wing his
Someone
baby.
catch my baby!
Please, incoming baby.
And
Who's got
there's
the
and
best
there's
hands?
two people totally receptive. Yes, I will catch your baby.
Well, if he's gonna throw it,
Look
you
at
got
this.
to
The confidence. No,
They should have
it
caught
just smacks the fucking
I
bridge.
mean, if you're willing to jump in after the baby after you dropped it, why aren't you willing to dive for that baby?
Yeah.
In the initial throw, it hits you in the hands.
Well,
commit, man.
Look, we don't know what the other guy was saying. Like maybe he had confidence he could actually get it here.
What is that person jumping in for?
Just cannonball. Why not?
The relative low danger of this whole thing.
Look,
just
is it a
sounds-
doll? Is
Look
that
at-
really a baby?
Honest to God, is
This
this
might be a
fake?
doll.
Is this a fake video?
Are they pulling fake videos in Central India?
They're yanking this baby around like it's a bag of rice, you know?
Well, that person, I don't blame him. They're
Look at
like,
this.
dude, he just
Ah.
got thrown into a wall. It can't hurt him anymore.
Dude. It's like they're picking up a kitten by the scruff of the neck or
And
something.
look, to your point, Jay.
Yeah.
All these guys now. There's 5 rescue guys out there just standing on
Yeah.
the truck.
Yeah. Couldn't stand there with a baby in your arms?
No, apparently not.
Jeez.
Thankfully, he did that.
Look
though.
at that.
I know.
There's the final picture.
Yeah,
It's
hardly down there.
2 feet under the water.
Yeah,
I just don't know. I wonder,
curious.
like, if this
guy panicked.
is it a panic or did he really think this
He
was
thought
his
there was
opportunity?
supreme. He just got into an accident, went off a bridge with his baby into a lake. He's thinking the worst, and so like, all I know is I'm going to save this baby's life.
Is he? Or
And
is
he's,
it- is
no, he's obviously not. But
he, no. I
the
mean,
fact
like,
that he thought in that moment his best move was from 15 feet away to wing his fucking toddler
Yeah.
upwards
Here it
towards
goes.
a bridge.
No, see, my point was.
No, boom, boom. He comes up 4 feet short, dude. That baby's head clips the bottom of that archway.
God.
No, see, my point is not that he was panicking and that he made a mistake. Like this, dude. Maybe that kid is a fucking brat, and it caused this wreck. Yapping, and he's like, "This is my chance."
You think
I can
this is the
fucking-
move?
People aren't gonna suspect it. I can always say he was panicked. I'm just gonna toss him, and if something happens,
Yeah, he wouldn't have
No.
jumped. If he was looking to murder the baby, I think there's easier ways to
you
do
could
it.
have just let
Plus,
him drown in the car.
Yeah, just go. I
Can't
I
get the
cannot
baby.
get to him. Trying like crazy. Hold on, going back in for a third attempt, and he's just down there strangling this thing, pushing his head down.
Yeah, but then
He's belted in. This belt is amazing.
They built how
Moreover,
he
he-
strangled him.
After the throw, he immediately jumps toward the baby.
Gotcha.
Right.
Well,
Did he? I thought he turned around and kind of put his
Now watch. He sees it fall short. He's like, "Ah, my
Oh,
baby!
I'm
Oh,
horrified. Oh, I'm so
get my
humiliated."
baby!" See,
Shit.
he's like right
Yeah, okay.
there retrieving the baby. Like,
Yeah.
dude, he could have just
Well, that's certainly a guy you don't want to be
swum
dealing.
in any direction.
Yeah.
I hope his job doesn't involve like anything that could ever be like pressure situations, because this is a fail
Yeah.
for him going forward as like a person who can handle a situation.
Not
But
good under pressure. Not
Yeah,
good.
it's tough to watch because in the moment,
Look at this baby being yanked around. My God.
in the biggest moment of his life, when the fork in the road showed itself, and it was like, you can stand here calmly with your baby, you can just wing it, try to get it up a bridge, impossible. Like he had decisions to make in the moment.
You know
and
what
it
the
was
reality is,
possible.
though? The reality is we all now in this day we're all able to look and judge this dude and blah
yeah.
blah. No, but like
He
look at
deserves a
this-
little judgment.
I'm not
He
saying that.
deserves to be
That's,
judged.
that's not what I'm saying. No, we're all able to
Deserves
do.
every syllable.
That's not what I'm saying. We're all able to look at it
And judge him.
in the why, because look at this camera angle. I mean, this is an accident that happens, and we're able to watch this because of how technology is now. What I was saying is,
What the hell is a camera doing here anyway?
Yeah.
CCTV on some rando bridge in India?
So where I was,
Can we go back to that accident really quick, E? Can we watch a
real
video of
quick.
that?
But let me just say this real fast. So my point is though, like to think that these things haven't happened. Like, dude, people, this would have just happened 50 years ago, and there might have been a little article in the paper somewhere, maybe accident on so and so bridge, and no one would all know. Now, because of how we can have cameras on any corner in the planet that we want, and it can transmit to anywhere. We can literally watch this and then be like, "Look at this guy! What a fucking terrible disaster!"
It's more fun this way, isn't it?
It is better, but
It
it's
is.
just kind of
Plus,
funny.
that story that you're talking about, E, that 50 years ago,
Yeah.
the press would have been like, wow, so what happened? It's like, we got hit, rolled off the bridge.
I thought that.
At no point would he go, from about 15 feet away, I tried to chuck my baby up onto the bridge and came up way short.
Right.
Like, that detail would never be
Nope.
in that article.
It would just be done.
He'd just be a hero who got his baby to safety.
Right.
Bang.
He tried.
No,
Tried his best.
he's concussed, but the accident probably did that.
Onlookers assisted, right?
Yeah.
When talked about the butterfingers of said onlookers.
They talk about hero bystanders.
Yeah.
Go ahead, E. I want to see the accident again. Like, who fell asleep at the wheel here?
Oh, it's our hero's problem. Look at him. He's going straight down the middle. You got a goddamn truck coming at you.
Which way do they drive on? Which side of the road do they drive in India?
What is he doing?
He's right down the middle, man.
Yeah, I know.
Pick a side.
Yeah. What kind of
When I watched
vehicle did he
this-
hit, too? What is that?
When I
Is that a Zamboni? Looks like the guy's driving a Zamboni down the street.
Those European and fucking Indian trucks. But the more I look at
Is
this
that a
shit,
rickshaw?
It's a Zamboni.
it's so comical because you're right. What is he doing?
Yeah.
And why is that motorcycle following so
I know,
closely
I know.
behind the truck?
Yeah.
I mean, it's like
Look at this.
Well, he's not in frame yet.
And then
Motorbike, yeah, hits him.
And then he
they love their mopeds in India, don't
do.
they?
What a series of events that led to this car toppling
Right there
over
at that
and-
spot, too, in the bridge. Like,
perfect
he
angle.
rolls
This-
into a fucking on the grass, a block down the road. No, the one spot where he can go busting through the concrete. This is an incredible story.
with a camera. The angle couldn't be better. It captures it all.
Center frames everything.
Yeah, there's no sometimes we're always like in these videos we're like, oh, I wish we could at least just see how the accident started. We get one but not the other, or we have it all.
Yep.
And think about it, like this video was worth watching without the baby throw.
Oh,
That's remarkable. Hey, look at this accident. Guy goes through things. Oh, now he's on the bridge. And then we get this added cherry on
You
top.
need the baby.
it is
It
kind
is
of
the
funny.
it is the greatest
And
part.
you
I didn't
need
say-
the baby drop. If it's a baby catch, you're like,
Yeah.
okay. Look at that baby fly through the air.
Baby
now
cat-
you're like, ah! He dropped the baby.
He just chucked a baby into a wall, essentially.
It is kind of funny though.
He
Watch it when it hits that pole though. Like, not that it's that remarkable, but it's just funny how it just hits that pole and then this minivan just like topples over. Like, look,
Let me ask you this: why is the pole there?
to stop.
What's the pole doing?
Do we know for certain this bridge is done? The construction is complete on this
don't those
bridge.
poles need like cables between them or something?
Usually, this is India. They're learning.
They'll
Well, I
get
mean,
there.
Yeah, you know, we've seen 3 seconds of glorious flight. You know what I mean?
It's Tanzania. Come on.
I know, but you know, they're just getting up to speed on some of this
I
stuff.
gotta see this. I guess I might as well see this again.
So what is the plan? That
Yeah,
guy's
there's a-
sitting down on his ass now on the bridge. He's
Get
getting lower.
Get everybody up so they can breathe. Okay,
a lot of
okay, we can
onlookers.
all breathe. Good. We're out of the water. We can
we go.
breathe.
and then what?
Immediately.
What are you
It's immediate.
thinking? Wouldn't you even call out, like, as a group there, go, what do you think, guys? Should I just wing this baby?
Let me ask you this: is that a lifeless baby? Is this baby in some kind of distress before this even happens? Maybe he's rushing to the hospital.
Maybe, which is why it would make sense as to why he's so clueless with his driving down the middle of the road when the Zamboni's coming.
Yeah.
The family was rescued and sent to the hospital where they are undergoing treatment.
There's a lot of standard, like wherever this is.
Came out of
Standard
nowhere,
buys.
didn't they?
Lots of standard
yeah,
buys.
out of nowhere. There's about 50 people there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of looks like
well,
it's in the middle of nowhere. though.
Overpopulated. You've read all about
Yeah.
this.
There's so many. There's a billion people
Pack
in
'em
India.
in.
I mean, they're all over the place.
Yeah, I've seen the trains.
Oh, I just love that. I adore that video.
Something about a body just flying through the air, like limbs just.
Yeah, totally helpless too. Just fucked. It's so, you know, there's nothing that baby can do. It can't protect himself. Can't get his hands up and
Yeah.
hit the wall. He's just wherever his body flips and lands.
Ragdoll.
Ragdoll. See, John Witherspoon died.
Yeah. Remind me.
Comedian. He was in the Friday movie. Did you see the Friday movies? Like,
I saw
is
that.
that Ice Cube?
Yeah.
Died suddenly in his home at 77. And I know him from, I mean, he's stand-up. He's been around forever. He dies at 77. Born in Detroit, though.
You've seen his stand-up? I've never. I don't
I've
recognize
seen
him.
his stand-up. Yeah, he's been in the clubs forever. I don't know that I've seen him in person, just like on TV when they would have comedy stuff. But he was in Boomerang. I fucking love that movie Boomerang with Eddie Murphy.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
No?
No.
He's the one that he's got a sport coat on and pants, and it's got like mushroom
Yeah.
designs in it. You got to coordinate. Mm-hmm. I love that scene. His belt has little mushrooms on it, and his socks maybe.
Oh yeah, the inseam of his
Yeah.
jacket matches his shirt.
Yes.
Sweet.
Yeah.
He did a voice in Boondocks too. That's a fucking funny show.
Is it? Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah.
highlight that. He played Gramps.
Yeah.
In Boondocks.
Yeah, that's funny.
Where is that at?
I don't
show?
even know, dude. I don't know where you could watch it anymore. It was always a weird thing. Like, I forget. I had a friend who turned me on to it, but like I think we watched it on some secondhand market or something. So I'm not sure, but it's
Some Reddit
Adult-
stream.
Oh, you know what? Adult Swim. Yeah, dude, that's a funny show, man.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hollywood Shuffle.
No.
Yeah, I know. The Ladies Man.
Nice.
Is that my boy Rob Schneider? Faking to Funk.
No, Ladies Man is what's his name? Tim Meadows.
Oh, Tim Meadows. Yeah, you're right. Best known for his role as Ice Cube's grumpy dad in Friday. He was in the sequels as well, which was Next Friday and Friday After Next. They were firing that back up again for the last Friday, so I don't know if he'll end up being in that. But he was on the Tracy Morgan show, a frequent guest on Letterman. Just kind of been in a lot of shit. You hate to see someone, just pass like that with no, it sounds like it was really sudden. So he's survived by his wife Angela, sons JD, Alexander, and a large family. We're all in shock. Please give us a minute for a moment in privacy, and we will celebrate his life and work
When does
together.
that minute start? When was
Probably
that?
now. Probably when they
Oh.
wrote it.
Okay. Damn, it's past already. We missed it.
John used to say, "I'm no big deal," but he was a huge deal to us. So, yeah, man, that's gonna bum a lot of people. A lot of comedians are tweeting about that. Who unless you were in New York clubs or LA clubs, I guess he was one of those that's just in the room every night, super nice to everybody, and gets up on stage and just kills it. He's great. So, anyway, and a Detroit guy. I hate to see a Detroit guy go down. See, Barack Obama doing his little
Yeah.
speech yesterday.
Scolding the woke scolds.
Yeah, I like what he had to say. Like, he had a lot of good things to say there. If you got video of it there, he believes society that's judgmental to the max is one that doesn't make it better. And he called out the current woke culture, all these woke bays.
Woke base.
He was speaking at
this idea of
that's all right. He was the Obama Foundation Summit in Chicago. That's where he was speaking. So go ahead, E.
Of purity, and you're never compromised, and you're always politically woke and all that stuff. You should get over that quickly. The world is messy. There are ambiguities. People who do really good stuff have flaws. People who you are fighting may love their kids.
Yeah, maybe. Not always.
And, share certain things with you. And I think that one danger I see among young people, particularly on college campuses, Malia and I talk about this. Yara goes to school with my daughter.
Is she the one going to Michigan?
Michigan, yeah, I think so.
But I do get a sense sometimes now among certain young people, and this is accelerated by social media, there is this sense sometimes of the way of me making change is to be as judgmental as possible about other people.
Yep.
And that's enough. Like if I tweet or hashtag about how you didn't do something right or used the wrong verb, or then I can sit back and feel pretty good about myself. Because,
Gotcha.
man, you see how woke I was? I called you out.
They all laugh like,
They all laugh.
like they don't know
Yeah.
Right.
On
what
TV.
that is.
Not me.
Watch my
Those
show.
people who do that.
Watch Grownish.
Boy, he's different without a teleprompter, isn't he?
Sure is.
That's not activism. That's not bringing about change.
That is
Yeah.
a
You know,
very good
it-
message, though.
It is.
No, Jay, that's so
it-
funny. That's like what I got out of the most. Honestly, was
audience.
Yeah, the audience
Yeah,
laughing as
yes,
if like,
totally.
oh hell yeah, finally Obama coming out and saying this, and it's like because it's their
Yeah.
hero now,
Talking
their
to you,
lord.
man.
Yeah. Well, it's bothered a lot of us for a long time where it's like, can someone in this party stand up and go, whoa, whoa, whoa. You didn't, it's very un-American to fucking demand that someone who you don't agree with can't speak on your campus. But they weren't, because it was like people that had Republican or conservative views, so that whole left side was not saying anything. You need people like Obama to go, you know what, if you think you're fucking winning with this attitude, you're not. You're being a judgmental prick, and it's not helping. You think you are, but you're just being basically this wokeness is being kind of a dick.
My sense is, unfortunately, that's the last you're going to hear from him about that.
Probably.
Yeah. He doesn't
Yep.
speak out that much about things, certainly not controversial things. So,
But think about the lack of people speaking out. When it was like, if you see him at a gasoline station, call him out.
gasoline station.
Peach 45. Or Sanders, whatever, Huckabee Sanders getting fucking screamed at in a restaurant, or, the vampiric one, Ted Cruz, and, people getting egged leaving a restaurant. And it's like, really? This is the way this is going to be handled? And nobody says a word about it? Just like, I don't know, it's for them to deal with. No. So it is good. I hope people follow in his footsteps. Otherwise, we'll just get more of the okay boomer. Okay boomer. Have you followed the okay boomer thing?
No.
Yeah. Do you know what that is, E?
No, I did not.
It's not good. It means we're fucking old. This is what the kids are saying anytime like we don't get what they're up to, what they want to do, and blah blah blah. They're just like, okay, boomer. It's like it's
I'm not a child. I'm not a baby boomer.
it's not just baby
I know,
boomers. It's
I know.
just saying like you don't get what us youngins are going through. It's like you don't get what you're going through, sweetheart. Relax. Generation Z. Is that the new one? Is that the ones now?
Yeah, under millennial.
Under millennial, okay. Endlessly repeated retort to the problem of older people who just don't get it. A rallying cry for millions of fed up kids.
Let me suggest to you that okay boomer must be played out and old, because I've never heard it from my kids.
Yeah.
And I say plenty of outdated things that they groan at
Well, that
and go,
snaps.
"That's sad." Yeah.
Slaps.
Yeah.
Slap is shit, dude.
So I don't know how when you have a story
are your
about
kids
something.
cool enough?
Here's the thing:
your
by the
kids
time
cool
there's a
enough?
story about something that's cool,
Well,
right?
there's a lot of merch being sold right now by these kids. And so that's why it was a story. But I wasn't familiar with it. I wouldn't care anyways. They use it to reply to cringy YouTube videos, Donald Trump tweets. Basically, any person over 30 who says something condescending about young people.
That includes you.
I know. I heard that.
Shannon O'Connor, some call her Shannon, 19, designed a T-shirt and hoodie with the phrase "Okay, boomer," written in the thank you style of a plastic shopping bag. She uploaded it to Bonfire, a site for selling custom apparel with the tagline, "Okay, boomer, have a terrible day." She received more than $10,000 in orders immediately. Well, there you go. That's the American way, idiot. You've started a small business. See where you can take it. You live in a great country. You can do anything you want. Have a terrible day, boomer. The older generations grew up with a certain mindset, and we have a different perspective. A lot of them don't believe in climate change or don't believe people can get jobs with dyed hair. Do we really believe that? Nowadays, you can't get a job with dyed hair. Come on. And a lot of them are stubborn in that view. Teenagers just respond, "Okay, boomer." Nina Cassman, an 18-year-old student, said that while older generations have always looked down on younger kids or talked about things back in their day, she and other teens believe that older people are actively hurting young people. Do ya? Do ya? Are they? Everybody in Gen Z is affected by the choices of the boomers. Gen Z is going to be the first generation to have lower quality of life than Gen before them. Rising inequality, unaffordable college tuition, political polarization, climate crisis all fuel anti-boomer sentiment. You know? The reason we make OK Boomer merch is because there's not a lot that I can personally do to reduce the price of college, which was much cheaper on the older generations, and then they made it more expensive. Did we?
Yeah.
How did we
definitely.
make it more expensive?
Oh, dude, you kidding me?
No, well, no, obviously I know college is more expensive. Did
What
the
do you mean
fucking
then?
students do that?
Wait, what was the
They
question?
were acting like boomers raised the price of college. I mean, I suppose some boomers in charge
they did,
Who?
The people that are in charge of the colleges, right?
Yeah, right? But what is that, 1/10% of boomers? Like the
Yeah, I understand. But
Boomers
she's
that
not,
went to
but that's- but
college
she's going
that
after. But yeah, but she's just going after those specific ones in that thing, right?
She should not go to college then. That'll show them. Yeah, there's not much I can personally do to restore the environment, which harm due to corporate greed of older generations. I love this stuff too. There's not much I can personally do to undo political corruption or fix Congress so it's not mostly old white men boomers who don't represent the majority of generations. She plans to use the proceeds to pay for college. Beautiful.
Good for her. And now she doesn't have to bitch about having college loans
Yeah.
as if they've been put upon her or something by her choice to go to college.
However did she do it? It's impossible.
Well, she better strike while the iron's hot because these stupid phrases,
Yeah.
they go quick.
Well, soon enough.
Where's the
You'll still-
beefy? Where's the beef?
Sounds like she already has.
We'll still have it though, because once they're done with it, you know, it'll come into my vernacular, and then Nana's be saying it like Nana's saying 24/7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
20 years from now. Okay, boomer.
Okay, boomer. Then you got this guy Everett Solers, who's selling a slew of rainbow OK Boomer products. I hadn't seen any gay stuff for OK Boomer, so I just chose every product I could find in case anyone wanted
Saw a
it.
gap in the market and filled it. Genius.
Hey, homos will like to say OK Boomer too. I'm just going to make everything with rainbows on it. Every movement, they say, needs an anthem, though, Jay. And so the Undisputed Boomer Backlash Hymn is a song written and produced by John Williams titled OK Boomer. The song opens with, "It's funny, you think I respect your opinion when your hairline looks that disrespectful?" Body shaming hypocrite. Nice.
come on,
nice
man.
dickhead.
He
Do you want to
can't
hear the song?
I actually, you know what, dude? I thought you meant this video of this old man that was hyperlinked to the story. So I don't. This is actually
Look at that dude.
And then by John Williams. Okay, Boomer.
Jonathan Williams. Yeah, okay.
Okay, 1 second.
Yeah, you should
I'd
be.
rather hear the theme song to Boomer. Do you remember Boomer the dog? This is an early 80s TV show. It's Boomer. I have this
What was this
little
on?
small
Was this on
kernel.
CBC
I have
or
a
something?
kernel of a memory of Boomer the dog. It's probably a short-lived series, but it was entertaining.
You watched
a
the
Benji,
dumbest
It was a
shit
Benji
ever.
type dog. How compelling was Benji?
Dude, you know what?
Benji
You
wasn't
need
on every
generic
night.
Benjis too. You need fucking Kroger
Boomer.
brand Benjis.
He helped people.
Christ almighty, you have the fucking lamest. You watch the lamest shit.
10-speed and brown shoe was
Oh.
lame.
God, dude. Even
Jeff
your,
Goldblum?
your
You're gonna call
cartoons
him
are
lame?
generic. You're fucking everything about your, dude. Your TV.
It's Boomer.
Choices were the equivalent of the giant plastic bag of fucking oat circles that was in the grocery store for $1.
Let me see if I imagined this or if I dreamt it. Nope, he exists. Look at him. He's a cute.
Is he?
He's a
Good
cute
guy.
Huh?
Oh yeah, he's a good guy.
Yeah, it's Boomer.
I like that guy. So they say, and I don't know if this is true, the song is aggressive and ridiculous, but I think it says a lot about Gen Z culture. I think because of the internet, people are finally feeling like they have a voice and an outlet to critique the generations who got us into this position. Millennials and Gen Xers are on our side, but I think Gen Z is finally putting their feet in the ground and saying enough is enough. Teens say "Okay, Boomer" is the perfect response because it's a blasé but cutting. It's the digital equivalent of an eye roll. Love that.
Here's Boomer is an American adventure drama series produced by Paramount Television that premiered on the NBC network on March 14th, 1980. A television movie called A Christmas for Boomer. Don't remember this? December
No.
6th, 79. That was a pilot.
Okay.
It's a spin-off of the live-action series The Red Hand Gang. The show follows the adventures of a stray dog, Boomer, and ran for 2 seasons, ending its run in 82. The final original episode, Flatfoot's, airing on July 30th or July 3rd of that year. None of this? No?
Not at all.
Boomer's a stray
Nothing.
dog. He traveled around helping people in trouble. I told you he helped people. It's played by 4-year-old mixed-breed dog named Johnny.
Yeah, that's good, Johnny. Johnny's a pretty guy.
One early title considered for the series
Pull up
is
the
Here's
theme to this
Johnny.
show, this
Here's
TV show.
Johnny.
Okay.
Huh? Can't do that, though.
What's this one called? I'm sorry. What's your show?
What's the name of the show? The stupid
Here's
show you
Boomer.
watched?
Stupid show. It's called Here's Boomer.
Okay.
Theme music by Edward Leonetti.
Of course. Who could forget? the great-
Composer Zoe Wilson. Enjoy.
I hope I remember this, honestly, but what channels were you watching?
This was NBC, man.
And what time did it air during the day?
It was an evening show. I don't know, like right after 10 Speed and Brown Shoe.
Here's Boomer intro, 1980.
32,000 views. Yes! There he is!
Look at that poop. I love him. I love Boomer.
To save the day.
There he is! He's gonna save the day!
Oh, he's the best. I love Boomer.
Here for good.
Yeah.
That's when he goes away.
Boomer gives.
He's never gonna
Look at him crawling in there.
Yes!
Never gonna settle. He's Boomer.
Hey, he's getting the mail. Yeah, I get the mail from.
See? He's talented.
Oh, no.
That guy needs help. He flipped his car.
Yeah, he sure
Don't worry.
did.
Boomer's coming.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Hey, he's saving the dog in there.
Yes. Saved his Proop's friend.
Yeah, she's a cute chick too.
See?
Look at him, he took her in the bedroom. Dude, look at him, he's closing the door so he can crush that puss.
Hell yeah.
Look at that, you little mischievous son of a bitch. Look at those eyebrows.
Tell me you wouldn't watch that as a
Yeah.
6, 7-year-old.
Are you sure this is by not a different person when you say? Because there's a link to this that says it's by this person. This is where it goes to.
What?
By this Jedwill,
We talking about Here's Boomer?
the Mike's video that he wanted.
Oh, fuck that. I just watched the goddamn Boomer trailer. Hadn't seen it in 40 years.
Well, yeah, I'm glad I did see that trailer. I really am, because I like that guy a lot. Yeah, the song, I think, is this guy going, okay, Boomer, over and
This
over.
one goes out to all the 65 plus crowd on SoundCloud.
Yeah, this would be it.
Okay.
Not gonna say much.
It's weird. 'cause
Shout out Jet Will. He gonna take over on the mic. Old ladies suck.
Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer. Okay,
Talent. That's all I'm hearing is talent.
okay.
Guys, you're so overmodulated.
Hurts my head. Mine was way better. Go back to
Yeah.
Here's Boomer. Here's Boomer!
This is the anthem, though. There's claiming.
I actually do want to. Okay, there's something.
One
up
verse
there.
of something.
Oh, maybe not.
When your hairline looks that disrespectful.
Racist, all about the vagueness. I'm trying to pay my bill on the waitlist. Staring at a mission, staring at tattoos, staring at a bar like the evening news. You bottles of your kids, wonder why you're pissed. Say America, yeah, I'm gonna take a piss. Ashes, this a bit like magic. When you're in a maggot, looking like a fascist.
You fucking total asshole.
Jesus, take me back to Here's Boomer.
Yeah, I gotta watch. Yeah,
He was a cute, huh?
It's when life was simple, Jay.
That's right.
We didn't call each other fascists.
No.
As if we don't know what the fucking definition of fascism is. You total morons.
This was, take us back to March 14th, 1980. E.
This is what life was like for us. Yeah, look at Boom. Hey, bud.
This is like Punky Brewster's dog. Doesn't it?
Fuck yeah. What's that dog's name?
And just when you think he's here for
George. Look at Boomer.
Yeah, he's a good guy. Just a hero saves in the day. Look at that poops.
Boomer!
This is an unwoke Bay, dude. He fucking helps this chick out and then uses his power position to go
I
crush
know.
her puss in
Look
a
how old
closed
school
room.
that
I mean,
ma- look at
not
that
very
mailbag.
woke for Boomer back in the day. You know, he didn't even take this dog out and have fun. Like, immediately. This thing's probably got a concussion. Boom doesn't care, takes it into a room and hits it.
As mentioned, the premise of Here's Boomer was similar to that of Benji films and television specials of the
Look at
70s and 80s.
Yeah, she's kind of cute. All right, come on, sweetheart, let's go. Look at that. Right into the fucking room to crush, E.
Yeah.
Look at him. Look at that cheeky pools. Yeah, I see what I'm doing. Yeah. He's a good guy.
Now, you do remember Benji, right?
Yeah.
Benji was another stray who helped people.
Fuck yeah. I actually still have them. When you're a kid, you have like one of those like things you just carry around forever. I had a fucking gross Benji doll, and I think I still have it.
Wait,
actually.
a Benji doll?
Yeah, like a stuffed, and you could put your hand up his ass, and you're supposed to be able to move this.
It's a puppety.
Yeah, it's
Well,
puppet.
but it was like, okay, not a doll. Okay, it was a puppet, but it was,
Or you were sticking your hand up a
yeah, I guess you're right. I guess it was a puppet, but I mean, it wasn't.
Was it a hand
Okay,
puppet?
so I guess
Sock
it was more
puppet?
like a hand puppet, I
Yeah.
guess. But it was really big. Like you put your whole hand in there, and you could move its.
Can you bring it in? You still have
I
it?
think I still have it. Let me look
Probably
for it. I think
stinks. Did you sleep with it and everything?
probably.
Drooled
back
on
then.
it?
Of course
Fuck
you
yeah.
did.
It's like your woob, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back then, I think
Benji,
it's still,
huh?
yeah,
You say
Benji.
Benji on his collar or
Yeah, I
something?
used
what
to carry
was,
it around
uh,
everywhere. I know that.
What was Rin Tin Tin's game? Was he saving
Wasn't
the
he
day
a-
guy, or was
wasn't
he?
a German Shepherd guy?
Yeah. But
Yeah,
was
I think
he-
they all. It's all Lassie, you know. It's all the same story. I think.
But are they all good guys? Are they bad guys? Are they all good
I
guys?
don't think there's bad guys. No.
So Rin Tin Tin saving the day.
I think he's
Mr.
a
Ed,
good
did
guy.
Mr. Ed go on
Mr. Ed,
adventures?
He's a talking horse. I don't know. I don't know.
What about Arnold the Pig?
Arnold the pig.
Saving the day. I don't remember.
I don't know what he did.
Is he just a
Did he
lazy
talk?
pig?
No, he didn't talk. Did he?
Ed did. For
yeah,
sure.
Ed, for
Edward did.
No
yeah.
question, Ed talked. But the pig.
We're missing some big ones, man. Some big hero dogs that they did shows around.
Yeah, I mean Lassie, Benji,
But those are old as
Boomer.
shit.
I mean Boomer comes
yeah,
to
Boomer
mind.
belongs in that category. Rin Tin Tin and fucking Benji and
Well, you don't
Lassie.
even know what Rin Tin Tin did.
I know, but I know the name's big. I didn't even know what a boomer was. Okay, Boomer. Okay, Boomer.
Rin Tin Tin. Yeah,
This
he's a
whole conversation,
German
I would
Shepherd.
just say, "Okay, Boomer," too.
It was a male
I don't
German
blame you for
Shepherd
that.
that was an international star in motion pictures. He was rescued from World War I battlefield by an American
Who?
soldier.
Rin
Rin
Tin- yeah,
Tin
yeah,
Tin.
yeah. Did he have a boy with him, Timmy or
Silent
something?
films? My God, man.
Yeah.
Mike, what were you watching?
I didn't watch Rin Tin Tin. I'm
Criticize
just
my-
aware of it.
Boomer fandom.
I think most people, if you asked them, have you ever heard of Rin Tin Tin, they would go, yes, I have.
I didn't know it was I didn't know anything about it.
Neither
other
did
than
I.
Heard it.
I don't even know what kind of animal it is, but I know I'm familiar with it. You go, you ever watch Boomer the dog? No. What are you talking about?
Well, you were missing out.
yeah, I missed
clearly.
out. Yeah, he's a good guy.
He's a cute.
He's a good guy. Speaking of good guys, you see the talking parrot today?
Yeah,
These
I
sons
saw
of
that guy.
bitches. Wants to play peekaboo.
Amazing animals, majestic.
Yeah.
I find it so incredible what some of these birds do. The talking aspect is just
Yeah.
blows my mind.
Well, it's funny. There's what is it they say that the reason animals can't talk, they don't have the vocal cord development that humans do, and so what these guys are doing is just mimicking voices. They're like whistling the thing. What's the bird? A mockingbird. Like outside my parents' house in California, there's a fucking mockingbird. There's a couple of them that sit up there on the wires. And I'm like, you have an owl here. There's an owl in this backyard. My mom's like, don't. It's the mockingbird. And he just mocks the sound of other birds. So he's just up there on the wire just going, ooh, ooh, you little
Awesome.
fucking prick.
That's awesome.
And then they just sit up there and mock all the other birds around town, just being dicks. I'm like, no, Mom, there's an owl. She's like, no, it's the mockingbird.
What's his end game?
I don't know. Just being a dick, I guess. But these parrots, it's like, you know, Polly want a cracker. It's like, Polly want a cracker. Polly want a cracker. It's just mimicking. It's repeating what it's heard. But sometimes these
I'm
things,
trying to decide. I want to see if I want examples of a mockingbird doing sounds, but I don't know if these are good or not. I just put mockingbird.
yeah, hit it.
Oh shit, let me do this.
It stood out because birds, I don't know which ones they are that are chirping and, you know, barking. But an owl, yeah, they do that a lot. It's probably 6 different birds.
Yeah. Huh.
So weird with the little stick hands.
Yeah. They're weird animals. Man.
I wish I
Yeah.
could. I mean, you're right. We don't know all these sounds, but I bet there's different ones. I wish I could. Your example of the owl would be way better, just because.
I'm going to be out there.
He's
not,
probably
not
doing
too
the
long.
tufted titmouse right there. You didn't
Yeah.
hear
Perhaps.
Of course.
I'm going to be out there not too in relatively short amount of time. I'll fucking try and get video of him. 'Cause I'm sure he's still there. He's there
Sitting there
going
going,
crazy.
One,
Ah, there's an owl back here. It's like, where did you bump into an owl and then steal his shit, you know? So we got Tilly Ryan. There's a Hans Macaw parrot in Montgomery, Texas. And so he's just sitting on his mom's shoulder going, you want to play peekaboo? You want to play peekaboo? She's like, no, I don't want to play peekaboo. Do you want to play peekaboo?
It's incredible.
Dude, it's
man.
awesome. It's awesome. There he is. Look at that poops.
No, I don't want to play peekaboo. No, no peekaboo. No! No, I'm not playing peekaboo. No, no, no peekaboo. Nope, it's time to go night-night.
So, yeah. You poops. You randy little poops.
I bet they will. Tell them, okay, fine, peekaboo. No. No, I won't play
Roops!
peekaboo.
What are you doing, Roops?
No.
Come on. He says, come on.
No. No. You want to go night-night? No, you want to go night-night?
No.
Tell everybody night-night. Say night-night. Blow 'em kisses. Good girl. Kisses.
Amazing.
Good girl.
Yeah.
Night-night, peoples.
Want to play peekaboo?
Oh my God.
How do you say no to him? Her.
I know.
You know what I mean? I'd play
Sorry.
peekaboo till 6
Yeah.
a.m. with that thing.
Over and over and over.
Over and
Be like,
over and
yes,
over.
yes. I'll
Yes,
do it.
of course I'm going to play peekaboo. Yes. Want to play peekaboo? Yes.
Hey, a brief word about our fine sponsor, Twin Peaks.
At Twin Peaks, there is something from the made-from-scratch menu for every fan's appetite. The perfect sidekick to any meal is a featured rotating tap, served at a frosty 29 degrees in a 22-ounce man-sized mug. Twin Peaks. Eats, drinks, scenic views.
Cincinnati nurse placed on administrative leave after allegedly launching a tirade against the gay and transgender. Smart move. On Facebook in response to the Always brand that took the Venus
Yeah.
symbol for females off their brand. That was her breaking point. She's had it at this point. The ER nurse, Cindy Carter. She works as an ER nurse for TriHealth and works at the Bethesda Butler Hospital in Hamilton, Ohio.
All right, Hamilton.
All right, Hamilton. So she found the need to just go like, I can't take it anymore.
Screaming into a void.
Yeah, so went on Facebook. Men need to be men and women need to be women. It's like, okay, you know what? Shut it off. Shut it off.
Take a walk.
Depending on what your next statement is perhaps career ending.
Oh, it's already career ending. I mean, she just suggested there was two sexes.
She, in multiple messages, she wrote that she did not believe in the existence of transgender people. This country has gone to complete shit. Women have periods, men don't. Why do certain applications ask for legal sex? You're either male or female. There's no fucking in between. Jesus, people, get your heads on straight. Grab a mirror. It's easy. You either have a dick or you do not. I swear these fucking cock-sucking homos. See,
dude.
that's where you're going off the rails, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
I swear these fucking cock-sucking homos think they deserve everything. And the confused women are just as bad. Men need to be men. Women need to be women. Stop the stupid-ass man buns and man your buns up to
Man
some
buns?
hard labor. Some people will have to Google hard labor to find out what that is. Sorry asses.
Yeah, well, that part when she kind of said,
Man bun part, right?
well, the man one was real bad, but like when she could have ended it maybe like, hey,
Before these fucking
man,
cocksuckers.
yes, before the
homos.
cocksucking homo. And by the way, she goes, these cocksucking homers think they deserve everything. Like, what does she mean? What don't they deserve?
And it really wasn't the cocksucking homos that
Not
had
the cock-sucking
anything.
homos at all that are involved in this.
Right.
It's the Shamalis.
Oh my god, dude! As far as I know, and correct me if I'm wrong, fucking cock-sucking homos had little to nothing to do with this story.
I think you're absolutely right.
Right? It was
Pure Shamali.
Name one fucking cock-sucking homo that said, even complained about the
I
always
can't.
Venus
I can't.
woman symbol.
And then she gets into a man bun, like, which by the way, I think it's
and you
gone
know what?
anyway. Like,
Yeah, it's like she started out stating a fact, a biological fact, and then it was like, oh, okay, you don't know a lot. You're
And
sounding
these
very
fucking mullets everyone's wearing.
ignorant now.
these man buns. What?
Yeah, it seemed like just a shot. It's probably a coworker she works with that shows up with a
Yeah.
man bun.
Driving
Just wanted
her
to take a
crazy.
shot at him.
Oh, does
I mean,
the dog
and-
work in Hamilton now? Hamilton?
And if honestly, if I was a fucking cocksucking homo and I read this, I'd be like, dude, what? I'm just sitting here in my house
Yeah.
enjoying life. Don't bring me into this.
I'm just the G and the LBG.
Yeah.
T.
I had no interest in your fucking little whatever story, whatever the weirdo shit is on to now.
I'm arguably the Q,
Yeah. Yeah, right?
but I'm not the T.
So what do you think now? Someone posts a screenshot, tags Try Health, and then she says, I was hacked. No, you weren't hacked. No.
Nobody is hacking regular fucking idiots and doing like.
Yeah, Sabrina Sells, who identifies as gay, posted the offensive messages on Facebook and also called on Try Health to fire her immediately. Try Health said it took the allegations, what do you think? Sort of seriously, kind of seriously, or very seriously?
Very. Is there anything
took
higher
her-
than very?
No. So they took the allegations very seriously and have begun an,
Investigation.
there you go, internal investigation. The nurse has been placed on administrative leave for her safety and the safety of our patients while the investigation continues. And, by the way, they've asked for a boycott of Try Health over the nurse's comments as well.
Now I got you.
Who's boycotting a hospital? No one wants to be at a fucking hospital. You know what I mean? Like, sorry, I can't boycott it. I need help from the
Right.
hospital.
I'll gladly boycott it unless, something emergent happens.
Yeah, at which point my stance on all this goes right out the
Yeah.
fucking window. Right out the
Oh
window. What?
Well, it's like boycott. I mean, they've already. They're looking into it. Like it's always like she could be fired tomorrow, and it would just still
Yeah.
be like, we need to boycott. It's like, okay, for
And,
what?
and who's rallying to this? Like, no fucking
Cock-sucking
cocksucking homo's
homos?
gonna be there. Like, they're already like, get me out of this story, man. I want
Yeah.
people with man buns, maybe.
I'm the G at most the Q.
Yeah.
The Shamalis ought to be. They ought to be lined up around the block.
Okay. You know what? If they're gonna take issue every time someone goes, you know what? If you don't have a dick and balls but have a vagine, some people are just gonna call you a chick. It's crazy. They've got to understand that that's the reality. That's going to happen. You can't boycott the whole world.
You going to convince all 12 of them of that?
I'm trying.
Okay.
Like, just calm down. Stay in your lane.
Whoa.
Unreal.
Okay, Boomer.
Here's
that little
Boomer,
guy.
and I'm
Loves
pointing
that
at
little
you.
guy.
I'm pointing at you.
Loves that guy. He's awesome.
Get a 2-pack. My Pillow's premiums, $69.98. That's only $34.99 a pillow, which is the lowest price ever offered on podcast, radio, or TV. This offer is only available at mypillow.com. Of course, you must use promo code TDC. And Mike, I have big news.
What's that?
Received a recent email from our friend Dawn over at My Pillow.
Very good.
Hi guys, we have a new product.
What?
Care to take a guess?
What does the world in need of?
Towels!
Really?
Towels!
Yes.
No shit. Is she sending them to us?
Towels, gentlemen.
sending some?
I haven't responded yet.
Fucking respond. We want them post haste.
Towels, My Pillow towels.
Post haste.
Is it made with the Giza?
I mean,
What's it
are they
made
just
with?
gonna be towels?
It's not
Jesus,
just,
how
they're
dare
gonna be
you.
the best towels ever.
I just don't understand how the My Pillow thing.
He made them better. He made a better towel.
He's tinkering with everything, Isis.
Sorry,
He's
I'm
tinkering.
I'm
Yeah,
up for
Eve, or Mike, if they're not going to tinker with shit, how would we have the My Pillow towel? Huh?
He's a fantastic tinkerer. As far as tinkerers go,
We wouldn't have My
Mike
Pillows
Lindell
if it
doesn't
weren't for
fuck
tinkering.
around. He tinkers when he knows I can make a better pillowcase. I can make a better sheet. I can make a better dog bed. And fuck yes, I can do a better towel.
Towels.
His tinkering is
Look,
genius.
I'm ready to try it. I think I can.
I think
question-
Jay and I should each get a couple.
Oh my
and then
God,
we can
yes.
sit here for an hour every day just going, I just didn't think it was possible. I didn't think it was possible. Do you know how fast I'm getting dry? Do you have any idea?
Moisture wicking? My God. Might as well be a sham wow I'm drying off with. Did he buy sham wow?
Huh?
Did he buy? Maybe he acquired sham wow and he just made towel-sized sham wows.
I bet they're going to be Giza related. Oh, I'm so excited.
Yeah.
Please tell her to send some immediately. Tell her we've never been more excited about a MyPillow launch product.
I will.
Fucking towels. Except E. We don't want someone sent for E.
Yeah, only 2 of us need the towels. E won't use them anyway.
Yep. Should we get some emails?
We do have some email. Speaking of tinkering, A-Dub writes in, good day, 30-something, 40-something, and dare I say 70-something?
Yeah.
Wow, Mike. That rant about tinkering with the Netflix and poem number 1379 was something to telegraph home about. Jesus was drinking.
I just like what I like. Fucking quit tinkering with it.
After you chase the local hellions off your yard every day to get your newspaper, do you
God.
eat your grape nuts with warm or cold milk?
Ugh.
When you switched from beta to Netflix, that must have been insanity.
I get it. Old man.
All good,
Old
though.
man.
All good, Mike, all good. The election's right around the corner, and the front runners are about your age. They'll get these newfangled gadgets under control.
So what is this Twitter you speak of? Yeah, I know.
He's
Old
stuck
man.
in his
Old
ways.
man.
He's stuck in his ways.
Old man. Yeah, Snowflake. Shut up, Snowflake.
He's boomer.
He's just a good-looking guy, too. I love Boomser. I love Boomser.
BJ writes in, Favre, Brady, Kaepernick. I get Brady.
Favre.
Mr. taking me
Kaepernick's
over there.
pretty
Out of
cool,
the
man.
league. Out of
Yeah.
the league, taking
Mr.
a knee.
Mike-
Yeah, but I'm
phone.
making money at Nike, and I'm not even playing in a football anymore. So
Yeah, but you're fucking splitting the country, E.
who cares
You're-
about
you're
that?
kind of a prick.
I'm all about the green.
Yeah.
Don't use free sports streams that you find on Reddit, says BJ.
See, that's what I keep hearing is that they're illegal as shit. And
No, that's not the reason. Don't use them off Reddit or via any other DuckDuckGo search. They are virus magnets.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was working out of the country a decade ago, says BJ, and the only way to watch my beloved Packers was with those streams. I would spend the first quarter trying to find a stream that worked. My heavy-handed antivirus software would be constantly blocking attempts to install viruses once I found a working stream. Even with antivirus, I ended up with 3 rootkits, really bad kind of malware,
Shit.
over
Oh,
the
you don't
course
want
of
a
that
rootkit.
season. I spent so much time removing viruses that I ended up using a burner laptop the next season, which I would wipe and reinstall Windows every
Wow.
week. The
Yeah.
streams are free for a reason, says BJ.
I believe that, and I hear they crash a lot.
Yeah.
That's probably the virus aspect of it. Can you imagine 2 minutes left, and your team's drive and set up the
Yeah,
you know, just
right.
like fuck.
Yeah. And given
No.
given the tinkering aspect of that, I don't think Mike was about to go tinker with
No.
Reddit anyway.
I think if you are super savvy with, you know, coding is probably not the right word, but you know, like Aaron could probably figure out, you know, which ones would be okay
Right.
and why. Me, I'm just gonna be like, okay, click. Oh man, my computer smokes it.
There's a web link. I'll click on
Yeah,
that.
just clicks on that. Watch the game free here.
It says click here.
Clicks, yeah, it says click there. I did, and it blowed up. So yeah, I don't trust myself.
We'll save the rest for tomorrow.
Oh, ready? Thanks everybody for joining us today. One more show this week, and tune into McCarty tonight too. That should be a lot of fun. With Willie Horton here at the studio, and we'll be back tomorrow. You got a this day in history for us tomorrow?
Yes, I do.
All
Yeah.
right.
Is it a good one,
Professor?
You
They're
like this
always
one?
good.
19th century?
No. Yeah, I'm interested in it.
You're in the 19th century?
20th century.
Oh, wow. Wow, look at
20th
this.
century? Yeah, 20th century.
Something
Can you
to look
give us a
forward
year? Can you just give us a little hint?
It's before in the first half of the 20th century.
Oh, interesting.
So
So from 1900 to 1949, I guess, technically.
okay, all right. Good hint, E.
Yeah.
We'll look forward to that tomorrow. But have a good rest of the day, everybody. Enjoy the World Series if you're into that shit. Game 7s are always fun. That should be good tonight. And I believe Max Scherzer is going to be on the mound.
Yes.
So, you know, some famous Tigers going for it all. So
I know, right?
have a good rest of the day, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.